Hey everybody, welcome back to another My PTA video. So in this one, we're going to be going over atherosclerosis. So what is atherosclerosis? It's basically a hardening of your arteries. So let's get into, what makes this what it is, who's at risk, what can we do about it? So causes, basically another word for that is pathogenesis. So very common to high blood pressure. They're kind of under the same umbrella of like disorders and diseases. So a lot of these things are going to be very similar to my last video. I'll put the title card up there in the corner so you can click that if you haven't had a chance to watch it. But this will be very, very similar to that little short lecture that I did. So some risks, causes: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, smoking, diabetes, diet, age, stress, genetics, family history. The only difference here is inflammation. So if you're chronically inflamed, say your diet is really, really high in like saturated and trans fats and you're just always inflamed, you're going to have a little bit of a higher risk of developing a hardening of those arteries just due to that. So stats. So males are twice as likely to develop atherosclerosis compared to females. So very interesting there. If you're a male, definitely go and get your blood pressure checked and do your regularly annual, semi-annual, quarterly, whatever it is, checkup that you need to do, because it's very, very important. And for women as well, for everybody. Everybody should be taking regular measurements with their doctor, their primary care, to make sure that all their health metrics are good and where they should be. So age, when men cross 45 years of age and when women cross 55 years of age, we have a higher predisposition of developing atherosclerosis. And then the demographics that are more at risk, the Hispanic population, around 46% of the cases are Hispanic, and then Black non-Hispanic is 31%, and then white non-Hispanic is 23%. So effects on vitals, obviously we're going to get higher blood pressure, and the heart rate may be abnormal as well. It would more than likely be increased because the heart is having to, push out a little bit more to get the blood where it needs to go. And if it's having a hard time moving through there, it's going to have to pump a lot more to get the adequate amount of blood that it needs. So I just thought this was an interesting picture here to the side of kind of what it is, atherosclerosis. You basically got that buildup in the arteries, and it causes the restriction, constriction, and the hardening of that artery. So making it harder to get blood to where we need it. So medications and what to do. The most important thing that we can do is like monitoring our exercise, our diet, making sure we're getting whole grains and lean fish, or a little bit of fatty fish like salmon and things like that, but a healthy diet. So there's what's called the DASH diet. It's the diet against, I can't remember the exact acronym for it, but it's a hypertension-focused diet. So it encourages fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and things like that. I definitely encourage you to look up the DASH diet as well as the MIND diet. They're very, very similar. They're all kind of within the realm of like the Mediterranean diet. They all have a lot of good core tenets that they all kind of adhere to, but a healthy diet. And then if you're smoking, stopping smoking. Smoking is a huge risk for just about every single disease there is. If you're still smoking, I really, really encourage you to join a smoking cessation program or do something on your own accord to quit smoking, because your health is at a much greater risk if you're smoking. So if you go to the doctor and you have atherosclerosis, what they might prescribe to you is a statin or an ACE inhibitor or a beta blocker. So like high blood pressure, you would get an ACE inhibitor or a beta blocker. The only difference here is you might also get an anticoagulant like Coumadin or warfarin or something like that, as well as the statins. Those are different than high blood pressure, and those are more specific to atherosclerosis. So I'd love to get your comments. I'd love to get your thoughts, concerns, and everything about this video. And let me know what you guys think about atherosclerosis. Do you have it? Do your parents have it? Does someone you know have it or have had it? What medication were they on? What did they do? Did they change their diet or their lifestyle? Did it help? Did it not? I'd love to get your guys' feedback and let me know what you think, because I love hearing from you guys, and I'm more than happy to try to help on any questions you may have. So I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.